You want to give her a hug, but the hand's like, no, 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 no. Well, that was the introduction to the game then, huh? The prologue. Well, this one also had, like, you know, the storytelling from the previous game, so you could get a little bit of hint of what happened. If you haven't played it. And that's also why I took the short story, because we played the first one, so they needed long storytelling for that part. Arms, keep it in your pants for once. Well, this game is a very long one.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet.
Somebody who did a 100% run of it or something, they said that was like around 150 hours.
Man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who
Cover your ears, Renji.
No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar. I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking
That was horse
ragged
manure.
asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
Well, that went well.
What the fuck was that?
Hans, he's always colourful with his words.
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Get drunk.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's
Trust
holy
go
bridges.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Oh, we could track down those bandits and get our letter back. With that, they'd have to let us in.
How do you intend to do that? Ask them nicely. Please, kind bandits, pretty please, can we have our letter back? Or do you want to charge at them in these rags and hope our stink knocks them out, eh?
They're very droll. No, I was thinking more like finding their camp and sneaking in stealthily. Find out where they put the letter, grab it, and vanish before they even know we were there.
Are you dreaming? What kind of chance do you think we'd have?
Quite a strong one. Maybe.
Bollocks, old pal.
What else do you want to do? Go back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
A laughingstock? We were outnumbered by a gang of bandits.
Yes, and how come they got away with it? because we camped at that fucking pond. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Well, cheers.
What is it? What's that woman from the pond? Or the one you gave us away for?
Viper, that witch. Wench.
Oh, I tell you. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Yeah, sure.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Is anyone
I
here
heard
going
some
to
talk about your captain.
Oh?
Wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha.
I hope my uncle
So
don't let me
that's
down.
why they sent you for the wine. Wait a more then. I'll be right back.
I thought we divided up fairly.
Well, hello, Catherine.
Rag only gave me...
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh,
Good
okay.
thing Murphy's is not
I don't
around.
remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
And Betty most of all.
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
My old woman don't know what...
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
You know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? Get out of my sight.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help.
You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Doesn't half taste good today. Nicely settled. Oh, straight from the cellar.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
After a whole day out in the field. That's all I could do.
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Rat-eye.
Rat-tie. That
Well,
rings a
I
bell.
haven't played so much of it yet, so
My whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
a little bit too early to say.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's a
I don't
bride's
know
brother.
if it was a
He
bug,
can
but
be a
the
bit of a
stamina
pain.
region
But
at
he's a good lad
the
at heart.
when you fight Hans was a little bit odd. Even when you didn't block, sure, it's gonna take a little while before it starts to regenerate, but sometimes it didn't regenerate at all. Even if you weren't blocking, it was a little bit odd. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or...
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better.
Yeah, but even
The
if you
war
had stopped
might be far
moving, it
away,
didn't happen.
More and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me. So don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things, all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
Where is that bloody innkeeper?
What are you standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
Well, that sounds like you made some bad choices, Moonwalker.
Ah, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself. How about I haul those sacks?
It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it. If you ain't here to carry, clear off, man, if I'm there.
But what the heck is this bullshit? I already talked to him.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and start with those sacks.
Nice and steady.
How's it going?
So you don't do your back in.
And you paid him?
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
And we can work off our debt.
Oh, so you should
All we
have
have
just
to do
ran
is carry
away.
a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too, at least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Ah.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get your hands dirty.
What do you know about a nobleman's honor? It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right, I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Or giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
God, what a lazy bastard he is, man.
Would you help me? What? Who? Well, a couple, of course. Who else?
Oof, that isn't half heavy.
Oh, blimey. You ain't afraid of hard work.
Treating you? Not too bad. But I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice?
Oh, please. People are always asking me if you're looking for help.
I bought a lovely new boat yesterday. Great price. What good's a boat to you?
You're no saint.
What a waste of money. Did you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good boat? Keep an eye on that.
Would that be?
I don't know exactly, but when the king commands, his subjects have to obey, don't they?
I didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the boat by any
I heard about the attack by the pond, actually. I heard it was a massacre, and none of the strangers survived.
That was our code. But the two of us managed to get away. It was the same bandits who attacked Lord von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe
I'm a bit... Maybe because you've got no way of...
He tries to tell everybody about being robbed, but nobody believes him.
I heard you're going to cut down the old oak in the crossroads.
What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Bergov himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
There's no point in this. Let's leave.
I'd do what your pal says if I were you. Get lost before something happens to you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Oh, God.
Daddy, some typhoid. Here he is. You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
These days, no one's ever really safe.
Oh, come on, then I get surrounded.
You're no match for us, fucker. Take that fucker out. Damn it. Take that. Oh Gott. Ich wurde...
Christ! That must hurt! Let him have it! This is unbelievable!
Nice. You know what? Nice hit.
Hope it doesn't hurt anyone else.
Him up.
Why do I always get size that? You won't get me! That madman!
Come on then. No peachy. Nice
Get
hit.
the fuck! Let him have it! Now we'll have you,
Let your
scum!
mouth open.
Shame on you! At him! He's got no chance alone, filthy vermin!
Send my...
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
This starts well.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak? You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off!
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
Yeah, Hans can be a pretty real spoiled brat at times.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? We should have made ourselves scarce. None of that would have happened.
Oh, aye. Typical you, running away like a coward. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realized it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Nice sleeping like that.
Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
What's up?
Hey! Open Virgo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, huh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
In a way, yeah, we are better off without him. Hans always gets us in trouble. In one way or another. This won't end well, and that was just the beginning. Crime and reputation. Every one of your actions has consequences. If you commit crimes, the world around you and its people react to them. Crime must not kill innocents. We will see about that. Steal. We don't steal, we just borrow things. Break into other people's homes. Hey, if they leave the door open, hey. Harm people or domestic animals and disturb their peaceful lives. Consequences of crime. If someone catches you committing a crime, they will report you to the guards or engage in a confrontation themselves. You aren't safe even if no one catches you red-handed. People aren't stupid and they might deduce it was you who did it. Okay, reputation. Okay.
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here. Aye. You're in the right place. Over here. You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What do you want of me?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
You're something like a wanderer?
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work.
What do I lose
I'm not half-witted.
reputation for that?
Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
That's a little bit odd.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first.
That's a little bit
That's
weird.
going to take me a long while yet.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful.
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of chatting with her, so I don't want. So I'm just pushing, snoozing the ads.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He breaks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a
I
loaded
like pushed
hay
all
wagon.
3
Crazy.
snoozes just to get
To be
through
fair
this
to him,
dialogue with this
he sometimes helps people.
lady.
Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out.
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Sometimes it's like, you know.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking
Yeah, but
around
that's
bare
because
arse.
I had to finish
Although that might
Citizens
not be a sorry sight.
Very
Sleeper
funny.
2, and that one
I'd rather you
was
tell
over
me where
5
I might get
hours
some
long.
clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the locals and not attract attention.
That's a pretty good idea. Tailor Bartoszek would probably throw you out of the shop. But if you can get by with things that are, let's say, slightly worn, then I could help you.
Thanks. These will come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Lockpicks, oh.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, Maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semine on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semine, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semine?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semine.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Wasn't any trouble. Got it?
How's your sister?
Us trouble? Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered.
Hmm?
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semine. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. I really better go. Thank you.
Good luck.
I'll be with you. Next time, have a bath before you come to see me, you pig.
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Takhov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Greetings to you, friend.
Oh, come now. Surely you're not going to keep that legend to yourself. Do a fellow scholar a service.
Youngster, being able to piss your name in the snow doesn't make a scholar out of you.
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your temper. I'll tell you.
Aw.
In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never
This is a
existed.
DLC
Prince
quest.
Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him. So he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called No came to the island to hunt. And so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armor come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad.
died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armor to the king.
Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns coals your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Uh-huh. And that was supposed to help me, eh?
Answers come to the wise, kicks to the stupid.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Well, thanks a lot.
Hold on, I'll give you something else. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Muscovi's Chronicle was laid down by Bailiff Brada.
God be with you, my friend. And with you.
There we can put on our... Okay, so we can make a poleaxe if we had a material. Steal, steal, steal.
Just like the whole wedding, I think we end up paying more than
Okay, let's see if we can find. Blind door. I don't see a. I don't see a windmill. Pillar might be something else then. What I want.
Was any trouble? Got it?
My friend. You did. So, I went to see my brother.
And?
To talk about the inheritance.
Your father's still alive, is he?
Aye, but he drills all over himself. And he gets the feeling that his time's nearly up.
Does he get it off?
Nearly all the time. And he's always begs to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see it.
What would you like? I'll have a look at the wares.
Maybe next time. I'd rather die poor than young than to go through that. Here, best of luck.
Taylor, huh?
Lord be with you. What do you want, you yokel? Speak up or get lost.
What do you have for sale?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything?
Butcher. Hey, doggy. I don't think, yeah. Might be too early.
God bless.
Had to look for a job, you know? Yeah, picking to get the survival up, that's mostly. Okay, we got the miller over there, and we got the blacksmith up there. Okay. Nice.
That's what they want you to think. They're the ones claiming it's in scripture. Who knows what's really in it and what they've made up? And if only lying was the worst of it. But you know full well they steal and kill, rape poor, defenseless women, their maidens.
The innkeeper. Bailiff.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Gelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here
Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region, now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you. I'd like to buy something. Where can I find some merchants around here?
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of them live here in the village, of course. Your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone. I'm sure he'll help you.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
Not gonna report an ambush, he ain't gonna care. Let's see, what do we have here then? We have a trader. There we have Jörg.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Katchak pond, beyond Jelioff. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off, but what can I do?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too, but what can I do? So, what will it be?
I wanted to ask you, what's on the other side of that nearest hill? I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want to know?
Well, English with German mixed in, huh?
Where can I find a church round here? I'm surprised you don't even have a small chapel in the village.
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Aujetz and to St. Katharinen. Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for commoners like you. We do not go there either. Und warum auch? The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village, and weddings usually take place without a local priest. No one wants to pay the church more than they have to. Das ist ja wohl klar.
Is there anything I should avoid around here?
Certainly. Stirring up trouble and sticking your nose into other people's business. Here in the village, we don't care much for outsiders. If any do come, they better behave.
I understand that, but we were ambushed by bandits. So I wanted to ask if you know anything about that.
Ach so, ich verstehe. The woods have been full of all manner of rebel recently. That is all because of the war. Verdammte Schurken.
So you've already heard about these bandits?
About those ones in particular, or about others. They are all just gleichen Scheißkerle. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me. It makes life difficult.
So the roads aren't safe?
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo should do
Ja, das
something
kan man väl
about it
säga.
fast.
Yeah.
But Herr
It's,
Otto spends more time
you
in
could
Prague
say
than
that.
here. And Chamberlain Ulrich... Ach, lassen wir das.
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trotsky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of tradesmen here who sell their goods. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives at the other end of the village. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. just that they play at being educated men. Along with the scribe Geibel, they're always studying some Latin tracts. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin, if he really does at all.
Is there anyone else here?
Oh yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka the butcher lives. Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants.
Yeah,
and
all
you
the
are
drops.
already familiar with the tavern.
Where do you go for wares? What's the closest town?
The closest is Sobotka, the biggest Gichin, what you call Gichin. And farther north there is Turnov. Half of that one belongs to Herr von Bergo.
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. It takes all day on foot. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here will have to do you. I do not think you will get to the town anytime soon.
Let's see what he has.
Show me your wares.
Aye, maybe next time.
Maybe. Okay, so let's see. There's some fresh grapes down there. I wonder if we should go and do some. I will need a shovel or a spade. Yeah, a shovel. I will need to nick from somewhere. Oh, I mean borrow from someone. Yeah, we got an alchemy bench here, so we can make more potions if you want alchemy up. Oh, we get speech. Silver tongue. One available perk point. Where is that? Unarmed. After the first strike in combat, subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less stamina, will be 10% stronger. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. For now. Let's look around. I mean, we could make potions and sell. No, where does potions and stuff should come under food? We have, because we can get pretty nice amount of cash for them, but I'm just wondering if I shouldn't keep them on me. Maybe we should sell the herbs for now. Since they degrade. Yeah, let's see, how much are they worth? Wrap them. Okay, we're gonna have to make potions. And sell them to make some money. I'm doing this to get survival up. Don't have herbalist this time around. Baked into survival for some reason. Probably because I guess they thought herbalist was just an easy way to get XP. I don't know. There we go, survival 9. Next one we get, let's see, you can also get fur trophies like the cuts of meat and offal from kill game. Collecting herbs also gain a small amount of experience in strength skill. Oh, God damn it. Oh, can I have a chance of nah. These both are good. Oh, man. I want both these. This one is kind of important to make some money, though. Some quests. What does it do? Increases strength by 2 for 10 minutes. Wormwood, which we don't have. Okay, so here we can it also has high value for now. Okay, you get it instantly. At all of 5 groschen. Looks worse than the first one. Are you how do you say it looks worse than the first one? I'm in the shed at the moment. It looks pretty much like the first one, I would say. This one came out yesterday, Murphys. This is Kingdom Deliverance 2. I'm okay. A little tired. How are you doing there, Murphys? Yeah, I don't have wormwood, so we can forget that one anyway. Maybe there's some problem somewhere down the line. Doesn't need to be close to you, it might be somewhere else, somewhere. Maybe they do some work or... hard to know. You can do a trace route and see if you can see where the problem could be at. Should we do this one? Oh, we need wine. I'm just gonna make some money. Gonna make some healing potions. One and two. And we start cooking. And with good luck, buddy. Improve the potion, yeah.
Like chamomile long enough, did I?
I didn't boil that chamomile long enough, did I?
Let's see. Instead of potion in brew for 30% more. Brewers will be more tolerant of minor errors, making it easier to achieve better quality potion. Every time you successfully brew a potion, you get one extra potion of the same quality. And this one will be nice to have currently, but I think getting this one is probably better at the moment, yeah. We get 2 potions for every potion we make. We can sell off some potions just to make some money. When we were good. Calm of making potions.
I didn't boil that chamomile long enough.
No, not. I do have St. John's Wort. What's the most exciting thing, huh? Okay.
didn't boil that chamomile long enough, did I?
So let's see. Why is it so hard to get it on target in a while, man? Let me see
Boil that
here.
chamomile long enough.
If you can sell 20, it gives us some. I'll make one more round. Yeah, I should probably dry the rest. Oh wait. I'm just gonna see how much is the next level of alchemy. Oh, that's a long way. Feels like we don't get much XP anymore. This one. Okay, let's see. One last healing. Fine. Here, that's the last healing potion we got there. Now we're gonna have to learn how to do schnapps.
I didn't boil that chamomile long enough, did I?
Let's see, add an nettle into the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Grind the belladonna. Add the belladonna to the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Finally pour. Okay. There.
Good day.
What is it I need here? Was it wine? Yeah. Oops. More wine. And that is gonna cook for 1 round. Weak!
That belladonna shouldn't have been boiled on such a high flame.
Okay, boiled too long. Oh, didn't have any more of that. Oh, wait. Do I have 4? Okay.
God grant you health.
Some.
Was möchtest du, mein Freund?
What do you have for sale?
You want friend? Well, I'm not your friend, buddy. Sell. Don't need it. Or wait. I'm just gonna have to add all these because it's gonna you're gonna get all bad. You can do anything. That one we don't need to.
Word about the price.
Gut, versuchen wir es.
Hangman allows you to influence the price you buy or sell items for. Select an offer to them a scale and confirm with the trade. Will I accept the offer and make a counter that you can react to? We're not gonna go for much. We go for refine.
Why? You'll convince me with that price? Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Yeah, I have a little bit of money. Not much, but it's something. Gonna have to remember these dry houses because that's gonna be kind of important with materials and food.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Yeah, I'm just picking flowers. I'm very friendly. Okay. Stop picking herbs now. Question is what we should do here. Smuts. Need to see a tomcat, but we go up here and get the quests. Oh, skill teacher. Closer. And this is just a starting point of things, you know. Talking there. Drunkard Jessic. Good. Work harder. No. Exactly. See what we can see about these fresh grapes. Let's try we go to the blacksmith first. Then we're gonna go towards getting the miller. Yeah, but I don't have anything to dig with. Yeah. Okay, if we get a shovel, we can get here, I guess. Horses. Shovel?
God bless.
Oh. Oh, there. Sorry. I'm out. To you too, buddy. Okay, let's get to the blacksmith first, I think. She has pick up stuff, he has to get survival up, I guess. So much. This feels like the first game. It's like the first part you do is like pick 50 million herbs just to get the herbing up, and it gives you XP. Don't care if this goes bad, I just don't need it, it's all for survival. I think you only get like 5 XP for each time you pick something, so I mean, it takes forever to get a level. So, I think one day hunting and stuff will help. What's this? Old idols, paganism.
Oh gods. I wonder what their names were.
Thank you. Oh, there is building here. Need to... Okay, I equipped the torch, but what button is it to get the torch out though? Torch. Torch. For stone, put it down, equip torch R. Cabbage. Mushrooms. Oh, there's a list there. Looks like a bandit, so staying away from that. I'm so tempted to rob you.